This time, I would like to talk about Seaport Man, which is another game made by Rabus Games. If you want to, you can watch my playthrough on my channel, or you can just sit here, hear me tell you my 2 cents, and then decide whether it's worth you buying or not. This one is $1.99. I think this one, in comparison to the other game that he made 3 games total, or this person, I don't know if it's a he, 16-year-old. It just says developed by a 16-year-old, so I can't. The last one said he was 15. This one said he's 16, so he's between 15 and 16, I guess. Or maybe he was 15 or 16 at the time. Who knows? But this person's young who made the game way better than me in any game. I've never made a game, so I'm not shitting on them for that. But I will rate the game based on the thoughts that based on the thoughts that I have going into games or how I felt playing it, how I feel about it. So hopefully it's not too rude. The description goes as this. Seaport Man is a short horror game where the protagonist, having escaped from a sunken ship, wanders the sea. Personally, being trapped on the ocean, this one psychologically was good for me. Not saying that it was overtly scary, it wasn't, because it's retro style of graphics, but the concept of being trapped on the ocean or in the ocean. You're on the ocean, you're on the water, but you're in the ocean. You're trapped in the ocean, floating around, and it's just a big open area with just water. Like, that's scary. To me, that's a scary concept. Was it like that in this game? No, because everything you kind of see is just directly in front of you. There's some barrels you run into. There's a pirate ship you come to. So yeah, it's very quick. It's a quick game. You get what you get. It's about 30 minutes to complete it fully, probably, is what I think I put in. Let me go to the library and see. Yeah, 24 minutes. So 24 minutes to get all endings. There are 2 endings, and they're both relatively simple to get, and I'll tell you how. Don't pick up the gun, and then pick up the gun. So end the game with the gun, and then don't end the game with the gun. And the one thing I would like to say, though, is if you do end the game with the gun, and this isn't really towards the person playing, this is more towards the dev, you should have made it to where when the person comes at you and you have the gun and they pull the trigger or indicate a shot by clicking the mouse, that entity dies, not continues to come at you. There are probably 2 arguable jump scares that could happen, 3. The jump scare that got me was there's a bird when you're on the boat, a bird will come down on you. That kind of scared me enough to do one of those, The third one got me good too because the placement of the entity that charges at you in this game, very good. The placement of the entity in the escape tower, which is another game made by this dev, was there. It wasn't that good. The old man they had in the escape tower was subpar. Out of all the games that I have played by this company or this dev, there's 3. Horror Family Flight, that jump scare got me. And Seaport Man, 2 of your 3 jump scares got me. But in the escape tower, I didn't really get scared at all by any of your jump scares. It's not like that it was a bad thing. That one 100% was more atmospheric. There we go. Atmospheric than any of the other ones. My opinion, just because it was in a condensed space. So what made that one more scary was the concept that you were in the air. If you paid attention in that aspect when you were playing that one. This one was good. I mean, for the price that it is, I would say that you could have charged more for this one than you did the escape tower or escape the tower. You charged $2.99, I think, for escape tower, whereas like this one you charged $1.99, where arguably you could flip those prices and it probably would have been in your favor more. Outside of that, I have nothing to really complain about when it comes to this, just because it was good. I liked it. I liked it enough to say this one was above mid for what it is, made by who it was, or short as it is. I bought all your games because I enjoyed the hell out of Family Flight Simulator or Horror Family Flight Simulator. What do I keep calling that? I bought your games. I bought these other 2 games to donate to the dev because I'm like, you know what? As young as you are making these games, you're doing good, better than I would at the age that I am. So, yeah, I paid for them because I liked the free one that he gave out enough to be like, well, we'll test all of them. Compared to all of them, the first one, the free one, is still by far my favorite of the series that he made. This one would be my second. The Seaport Man would be my second favorite that he has made, and then my least is definitely Escape the Tower, or Escape from the Tower, or Escape the Tower, whatever one it is. So with that being said, we'll go through the tags, and I will let you know. Single player, yes. Choices matter, no, not one fucking bit. Okay. Yes, but it's odd to put when the only thing that really makes a difference is if you pick up a gun or not. Hard for it to say choices with an S. It's like choice matters. You have options, I guess. Are story rich? I don't know. The basic premise is you're floating on the raft because your boat sank. You're trying to get to, I guess, the only island that you see. So that's assuming it's pretty linear. So you get to the island. On the way to the island, you run into a ship. There's a note on the ship, and it kind of tells you that the person who left the note is dying, and they left food, and they locked it in a box for whatever purpose. Lock some food in a box for whatever purpose, and then you get the food so you can eat it because you're hungry, which makes sense, give or take how long you've been in the ocean floating. Then you get off the boat and you go to the island where apparently this entity or this murderer is, because the dude was dying and he got away. You find another note that says just man, this, its weight, woman, this, its weight. And you're like, what the fuck? So then you continue on and you get to a room and you open the door, blood everywhere, a couple skeletons, and then you leave and you're either get the good ending where I'm assuming you kill the entity because you have the gun, or you die because you don't have the gun. That's about it. For 30 minutes of gameplay, or total is how much both endings take you to get. It's okay. It's okay. I wouldn't call it a rich story, but it was enjoyable for those 30 minutes. 90s, probably, I guess. I don't know what type of tag that means, if that's like the style of the game you're going for. Or I don't know if that's the style of gaming or the era of gaming you're trying to aim for. First person, yes. 3D, yes. Exploration, no. Very linear. You have to wander around a little bit to find some things. So yeah, I mean, I guess. Before I shit on it, yeah. No, it's got some bits of exploration. Hidden objective, not that I was aware of. I didn't see what the hidden objective was. 3D platformer. Platformer is steep. You have to be able to jump. Like, you have to be able to jump and transverse through things. This is just pretty much just walking. There's no sprinting, just walking. So, no. You can climb up a fucking elevated thing and you get into a boat and you climb up some stairs. Maybe. Platformer, after looking it up in one of my other reviews, I find this one hard until there's, like, jumping or things that you actually have to, like, spring across. I would argue if you had one spot where people were jumping on barrels back and forth, then yeah, it would be considered platforming. I don't think so. Interactive fiction, I guess. Because you open a door, you pick up some items. Interactive adventure, sure. Simulation, sure. Casual, 100%. Immersive sim, maybe. That one also feels like a weird one to me. Multiple endings, yes. Indie, 100%. Walking simulator, yes. Psychological horror, yes. Retro, yes. Horror, yes. That's the tags right there. Those are the tags. After playing it, I would say this one, like I said in the beginning, priced perfect. Good for $2. I would recommend people buy if they're interested. Keep making games. I'm sorry if these reviews, the dev does watch, for as young as you claim to be. The game was developed solo by a 16-year-old. If you're 16 and this is what you're making already, keep at it. Like, you're gonna hit the mark eventually, and you're hitting the mark now. Each game that I've played has improved, and I will probably continue to play your games because I genuinely enjoy them. It's just after playing some other games and coming back to them, that you have room for improvement, but you also are doing phenomenal for what you're making right now. But I will rate it, and it might seem not so nice, but at the end of the day, I would rate this one probably a 5.6 out of 10 would recommend to other people if they were looking for an indie developer. If I was like, hey, you want to check out a game made by a 16-year-old? And they'd be like, yeah. I'd have them play it, and I would ask them what they thought about it. Outside of that, I did enjoy this game. I enjoyed all 3 of your games that you've made so far, and all I can say before I sign off is keep at it. You're going to make a good horror game eventually because you're able to get some good scares in at least 2 of your 3 games so far, and they have been very fun to me. So, with that being said, like, comment, subscribe, say something nice, say something mean, and until next time.